Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. With local elections coming up, a series of rules come into force. These rules are to ensure the fairness, I suppose, of elections. And during that time, parties are not to be engaged in overt politicisation of policy. That means they can advertise their policies, they can quote their manifestos, they can do their little publicity stunts. Looking at you, Ed Davey. But governments are not allowed to bring in new policies or make major policy announcements during this time, as it would be seen as having an unfair advantage. It's called the sensitivity rules, and they exist for a period prior to any kind of major elections. And with the locals, with those few remaining locals that people have been allowed to have, being now just under 3 weeks away, the government must act according to the rules, because what the rules say is that the activities of the UK government could have a bearing on election campaigns, and therefore care also needs to be taken in relation to announcement of UK government policies. I think that's the official line. It's something like that. It's all to do with undue electoral interference. Now, there are various rules. There's lots of rules about these things. It's quite explicit. It's something that's been around for a long time. So that civil servants, for example, are obliged under the rules and indeed under the law to ensure that public resources are not used for party political purposes during this time, and that they're not to undertake any activity that could call into question their impartiality. Care should also be taken in respect of visits to local areas in official capacity, as in you're not going there as the Prime Minister to push for your local candidate. You're going there as, say, your party leader. And there, even though the party leader and the Prime Minister may be of the same body, corporate as it were, you're going there in your capacity as party leader, fine, party political. You're not going there in your capacity as Prime Minister. That's wrong, that kind of thing. There's lots of these rules. And so it's odd then that Starmer on the hustings yesterday was talking about government policy about increasing the number of policemen by £3,000 and putting them into local areas. Immediately people said, wait a minute, you're announcing government policy while campaigning for local elections. That's a breach of the rules. Now, when he was in, just actually not far away from where I am, in Huntingdon, in Cambridgeshire, I live on the east Northamptonshire, Cambridgeshire border. And so Huntingdon's about, 15, 20 minutes up the road. It's not far at all. He used those to do this announcement. And it's totally in breach of the rules. He shouldn't be doing it. And now there's a lot of people complaining and saying that maybe the police should get involved because he has broken the law. And, he's not allowed to do it. Who is going to... I don't know what can be done against it, because now it's done. Perhaps, and I think the real big thing here is perhaps the good people of Huntingdonshire, and indeed across the whole country, should look at Starmer, see what he's done and realise, well, he's broken the rules, and then disbar all Labour candidates from standing. That, I think, would send what I would consider the right message. And if all Labour candidates were disbarred from standing, then, well, first of all, everything will get better, won't it? But also, it would indicate that Starmer's perhaps not the right man to be leading the party. Don't be announcing government policy while pushing for candidates in a local election. You twonk. It breaks the law. Thanks a lot. Bye.